Welcome to Instructional Videos. Today we are going to set up the EuroFit Vortex. Before you begin, you want to make sure that you have a second person handy for setup. So first thing I'm going to do is remove all the parts from this convenient carry case. So first thing I'm going to do is connect together all my shock corded poles. So I'm just going to match up the numbers and push the snap button and secure it into place. And I'm going to repeat these steps for all my shock corded poles. Once I have all my shock corded poles together, I'm just going to set them off to the side. And I'm going to begin to connect together the rings of my vortex. So the two rings, you'll notice that the smaller numbers will all go together and the larger numbers will be for the larger ring. So I'm going to start with the small ring and I'm just going to match the numbers with each other. And then I'm just going to insert the poles into each other and using the snap button, secure into place. Once you have your first loop connected, you're just going to repeat these exact same steps for your second loop. So I'm just going to set this one off to the side and build my second loop. Now that I have my large circle put together, I'm just going to lay my small circle in the middle and connect the shock corded poles onto the circle. And you want to make sure that you match up the numbers. Now if you're putting together the 10-foot vortex, you'll want to connect some of the poles to the big circle and some poles to the small circle, and then lift those up to put into place. So for this 8-foot one, I'm just going to connect the shock corded poles to it. Once you have the poles all attached with a second person, we're just going to lift up this display and match the corresponding numbers on the end of the poles to the numbers located on the large circle. So we're just going to flip it over. And then match the numbers. So I'm just going to match the number and insert the pole in. And then using the snap button, secure into place. And as you're attaching the legs, you want to work diagonal. And we're just going to repeat these steps till all the legs are attached. Now that we have the hardware all put together, we're just going to tilt down the display and attach the graphic. So with the other person, we're just going to rotate down the display. Next, we're going to unzip the graphic. So once you have it unzipped, you're going to slide the graphic from the small end to the large end, and it'll zip on this large end. So with another person, you'll want to slide on the graphic. Once you have the graphic slid all the way down, you're just going to use the zipper to secure into place. So it's very helpful to have one person zip as the other person pulls the graphic. Once you have the graphic zipped, you're just going to lift your display up into standing position. And it's just that easy to set up your EuroFit Vortex.